back with
Witches and Wizards!
hell yeah. That's always gonna be good. Yeah. Back to many money requests.
Becky in Black.
Oh my
know the
god.
rest of the
That was like a mixture of Pearl Jam and AC/DC.
I can't get the
Make 'em
raspiness
black.
that what's his name has.
Eddie Vedder?
No, AC/DC guy.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know that guy's name off the top of my dome, brother.
We love Eddie Vedder in this house.
Sorry, I'll cut that. You don't have to
No,
worry
leave
about
it.
that. Oh, okay, sick. Oh yeah, brother. I cracked into a Pina Colada Bud Light. It's pretty good.
Oh, that was sad.
All right, Max. So supposedly we have some crazy, interesting topics today.
I don't care what you have to say.
Okay.
We're having another Max moment.
Oh God, here we go.
Awesome!
Oh, not
Took
the
a
button
second.
I meant to press. I'm okay.
All right, so I'm going to go over something that's a little more popular than Baldur's Gate this go round. We're
Hell yeah.
going Lord of the Rings. Hopefully, most of our fan base, if not all of it, should know Lord of the Rings by
The
now.
Lord of the Rings.
Bilbo Baggins.
Bilbo.
There we go.
Damn, that's crazy.
We're drinking beer. Great episode so far.
Yeah, this is highly entertaining, I'm sure.
Right, so the format of Smash or Pass for Baldur's Gate seemed to work better last time than what I originally planned, so we're just going to keep that for the max moments.
Swag. Okay.
So, going down the list. Frodo. Pass.
Passing on Frodo? That's crazy. You're into like feminine men though.
I don't like short kings.
Oh wow, that's it?
Actually,
You have
that's
to
a
be
lie
this
because
tall to ride?
Smash Sam.
Okay, you're fake for that. You're fake for that. But not Frodo? That's crazy.
I'm sorry, I don't want to get double teamed by hobbits.
You're doing my boy dirty.
Pass Merry and Pippin.
I mean, that's fair. I feel like
They'll be too busy smoking the what, gillyweed or whatever.
the Hobbit leaf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gillyweed is a Harry Potter thing.
Oh, is it? I forgot.
Pass them both. They're busy doing other stuff.
Right, yeah, busy. Okay.
Just gonna let that one marinate.
Okay.
Boromir, hard smash.
Hell yeah.
Super smash.
Hell yeah.
Very smash. Incredible smash. Gimli, I'm gonna break Caleb's heart. Pass.
You're fucked for that, actually. That's horrible.
I don't know. I just don't.
I get it.
I don't see it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're shallow. It's fine.
Krishna's probably sobbing in the corner.
No, I feel like Krishna would have the same opinion as you, but
Huh.
it's fine. It's an acquired taste. What can I say?
Pass Gandalf. I think he would break a hip.
How dare you?
He
Bro
would
is
throw-
immortal.
He would throw his back out.
Bro literally defeated the fucking Balrog. Came back.
And he probably came back a little hobbled from throwing a disc.
That's crazy. You're crazy.
Smash Aragorn so
Real.
much, so many times, very
All right,
frequently.
we get it. We get it. You like horses. We get it.
Also, Aragorn is just a very popular fan favorite. I think everybody
Shocker.
would agree with me.
Viggo
Okay.
Mortensen, so
Yeah.
hot. Oh my god,
And in Hidalgo
shocking.
too.
Wow. I'm shaking my head at Max.
The things I was telling Lorene at the movie marathon.
Brother.
I love a sweaty, sensitive man. Legolas, smash. But like one time though, it'll be very
No.
formal.
No.
Orlando Bloom is hot.
Yeah, and you know, you're not beating the feminine men allegations, buddy.
He looks good in that white lace front.
Oh,
have you seen?
does he?
Have you seen Henry Cavill in The Witcher?
No,
There's a
I haven't
pattern.
actually. What's that? Damn. All right, continue.
Saruman, like soft pass.
Wow, that's crazy. I would have said smash. Are you kidding me?
I think
you
I-
wouldn't want him to spin you around like fucking Gandalf, like like all that shit. Crazy, dude. Dude, that was like the best moment when we
It
saw
was
that
so good.
marathon.
Oh god, me and Caleb have this bit where we make horrible jokes to each other whenever we see movies. And during this movie, like Lord of the Rings extended edition, like theater marathon we
All
went
day
to,
marathon.
God, we were so obnoxious.
Nah, we were
Um,
chilling, bro.
during the part where Saruman has Gandalf on the floor and he's just spinning him round and round and round, Caleb leans over and goes, "Pussy got me like," and
Hell yeah.
we were trying not
Max
to
was
laugh.
dying
We were
laughing.
so loud though. I thought we were gonna get kicked out like
We were
40 minutes
fine.
into the movie.
We were fine. Good times.
The Nazgul.
Oh god.
Pass all of them except for the Witch King.
Okay, fair.
Okay, I thought you were gonna shame me more for that.
No, I feel like the Witch King is like worth it.
Yeah,
That guy's awesome.
that mask fucks.
He's so cool.
He is.
I love the Witch King of Angmar.
No man will slay me. That's not his voice at all.
It's okay. We still love you.
Lurtz. Do you know who Lurtz is?
Lurtz.
He's the orc with the pony.
Yeah, that's horrible. Okay. Fair.
Smash.
Oh, Max.
He's buff.
Max. Okay.
Golem.
Gollum?
Yeah, and Spiegel, I guess. Pass.
Well, hold on. Those are two different people. Gollum?
But they're in one body.
Right, but they're two different people.
Pass
so Gollum?
them both, excuse me.
Okay, so you're passing Smeagol and Gollum?
Yeah.
Wow, you're not going to throw Smeagol a bone, bro?
You throw him a bone.
I might. I just might. You never know.
There are 206 bones in the human body,
Really?
207 whenever Caleb sees Smeagol.
Nerd.
Arwen.
Pass.
Smash. Really?
Pass.
Elaborate.
Pass. I don't know. I don't know.
You just don't like white bitches.
I don't think it's that. I think it's just like she's like, you know, when somebody is so pretty they look like an alien and like not real.
Kind of like Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah, exactly like that. It's like
It's the wide set eyes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's something. I don't know.
No, me
It's
smash
just,
all day, all night.
okay, good for you,
She
bud.
can top me with her elven strap.
Yikes! Big yikes!
Gotta tell my dad not to listen to this one.
Elrond is also like not gonna listen to this episode for sure. Elrond already sad about his
Wonder
daughter.
if we can get Agent Smith on the pod.
Jesus, that'd be lit actually.
Oh god, what's his name in real life?
I don't know
He's
off the
also
top of my head.
Anyway, Galadriel,
Real.
Smash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah.
I already
Need
knew
I
before
elaborate?
you. No,
Need I
you
say
don't.
more? Elrond.
When Gimli asks for a lock of her hair, and oh my god, dude, this is fucking crazy. Sorry, what was the next character?
Elrond.
Dog.
Smash.
Oh, with his receding hairline, bro.
Just
That's like
Just gotta-
fucking Tucker Carlson
no, it's
of Lord of the
not.
Rings. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, bro. 100%.
I don't know what it is.
Dude, Elrond saw the rise of Sauron
I think it's
all
his
over
passion.
again and got the wool pulled over his eyes by Sauron. It's like, dog,
Saruman snatched his wig.
like, dude, yeah, Elrond is such a loser, actually.
No,
like, in the Lord of the Rings lore, in my
okay.
opinion.
I haven't
don't
read the
know.
books. I'm sorry.
Not a fan of Elrond.
I can't remember how to say her name. Next up, Eowyn.
Eowyn.
Eowyn. Yeah.
Eowyn.
I just
I am
watched.
no man.
I just watched The Two Towers like a week and a half ago. I'm failing myself.
Turn on the orb! Any channel! They hit the
The-
spires!
They hit the second
They
spire.
hit the spires!
Crazy. Anyways,
The Balrog
I think we're in agreement on this one.
smash.
That's an absolute smash. Are you kidding me? With
He's
the
got them
whip?
big fat Balrog
With
titties.
the whip, dude? Come on, brother. Who's saying no to that?
Exactly.
Gandalf even took
Gandalf.
him up on that shit. He said, "Yeah, let's rock, baby." Bow. They
Drug him
had
to
a
his lair.
7-day and night long bender together.
The Balrog like drug him by the ankles to his lair for 7 days. What
Yeah.
were they doing?
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows, man?
Theoden.
Theoden.
Pass.
Really?
I thought about
You're not
it.
into horsemen? Like, I figured you, the horse person, would be into all the horse lords.
He looks like my dad a little bit to me. I can't do that.
But isn't... Really? I don't see that at all.
Maybe just the way he is reminds me of my dad.
R.I.P.
Whenever he cried about his son, and my dad cries watching every movie.
That's fair. R.I.P. Bernard Scott. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Bernard Scott.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Great
Faramir. Smash.
Yeah, real. Again,
Wait, how
feminine
old is he in
men.
the movie?
Old enough. I don't
Okay.
know. He's like
Damn.
20 something, I think.
Damn.
Damn.
What a crazy way to answer
He's
that.
like, it's Lord of the Rings, so he's
Yeah.
probably like 80,
I
or
don't think
whatever
there's
the
any
fuck.
children in that movie, and any of the movies.
There's the Hobbit kids.
Oh yeah, you're right. Never
and
mind.
There's kids in the Rohan, like Helm's Deep. Like all the babies
Oh
are
yeah, you're
going in
right.
the caves and all that.
I have a really bad memory.
It's okay. We still love
I
you.
feel like if we ever get popular, we're just gonna have a bunch of like chud neckbeards just like telling me to kill myself every episode.
For sure.
Oh,
For sure.
okay.
It's okay that we know our demographic. Chud, neckbeards, tune in. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know, check in the comments. Let us
Anyway.
know what's up.
Bilbo.
Bilbo. Well, young Bilbo or old Bilbo?
Young Bilbo is played by Martin Freeman, right?
Yeah.
Smash.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. There and back again. More like
Old Bilbo pass.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Even when he's like, give me the ring. You know, that shit scared me when I was a kid.
Grim of Worm Tongue.
Ew. Yeah, you're
Pass.
gross. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you would.
Fuck you
honestly.
for jumping to conclusions.
Honestly, the way that you are, I wouldn't be surprised.
He's so greasy.
Okay.
Like, silence. Keep your forked tongue behind your teeth. Said Gandalf.
Gandalf. All right.
Last one.
Last one, brother.
Shelob.
Shelob. Oh, my no. Sorry, I had to.
Pass.
Pass?
Yeah.
Dude,
Would you hit?
Are we not going to mention, like, Eomer? Keith
Oh,
Urban?
I
was fixing to say.
That's Carl Urban.
Keith Urban.
Keith Urban is a country music singer.
I know, I love saying
Eomer,
it
yes,
makes you
Smash so much.
Eomer.
Carl Urban is such a baddie.
I was fixing to say, dude, I can't believe because I've heard
He's
the
on
things.
the list.
I've heard the things that you say when he is on the screen in a movie theater. Oh, I won't. They are too nasty for this podcast. This good Christian podcast.
You've literally had to censor me before.
But yeah.
Oh, I need to say something to get censored.
No. All right. Well, moving on.
I would love to get spit roasted by Aragorn and Boromir. Censor me.
See, that's like the most milquetoast take of a smash or pass on Lord of the Rings. Are you kidding? Oh, I want to get spit roasted by the two most attractive characters in the main cast. Woo. Yeah. Ooh. So cool. You're so original. See, like a real hot take would be like, yeah, I'd fuck Smeagol. I would. Not Gollum, but Smeagol.
Would you
Smeagol.
actually?
No. I'm just saying that'd be a real hot take.
Just add him to your twink harem.
He does not count as a twink.
God, would you say that Smeagol is like the most textbook case of twink death?
No, because he wasn't attractive before he turned into Gollum.
Who says all twinks have to be attractive?
Twinks
can be ugly too.
Okay, sure. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Twinks, tune in. Twinks, tap in. Let us know what you think in the comments, dog. Do you need to be attractive? Yes. All right,
well,
Max.
then what do the ugly gays have?
Well.
Bears?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
I feel so bad. I love the bear community. Don't come after me.
Yeah, dude, that was fucked up, honestly. Bears, get in the comments. Fuck them up.
I'm trying to think of somebody else to throw under the bus.
I don't know. How about let's not do that?
Puppy players, maybe?
Oh, okay.
The ones who wear the masks.
Wow.
You remember the puppy player, like, military guy on Twitter?
No, I don't.
You don't?
I don't, and I'm good
There was a guy on Twitter who was announcing his military retirement, and he also was like, so I've been retiring from the military, so I think now would be a good time to announce that I'm also a big-time puppy play guy. And on Twitter, he posted in his uniform with, like, all his little pins and medals and decorations that the military boys can get, while in his leather puppy play mask.
That is
with
fucking
his military
terrifying, actually.
hat. Are you Googling it?
No, I'm not. I do not need to see this.
It's so good.
Okay. All right. Well, Max.
And then I think he managed, or Shane Gillis managed to get an interview with him.
No way.
Yeah, I think so.
That's actually lit.
Shane Gillis or some other podcaster in that genre.
Wow. Shane Gillis single-handedly making, like, nerdy Southern men, white men, somewhat funny again. Maybe.
He's sus in my eyes. He gives me racist vibes a little bit.
See, but I think he's just like knows enough about racism to be almost racist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, it is a little funny at sometimes, and sometimes it's not. It's a
Yeah.
fine line for sure. There are some
It's a
clips of
tough
him where
line to
I'm like,
walk.
God, I want to like not listen to this at all. And
That's
then
why
there are other
Caleb commits
times.
and goes full racism.
Yeah, totally, for sure. You would know, wouldn't you? Yeah. Not fucking any dwarves, I see. Yeah. Racist piece of shit. God damn.
You're just saying that because I went for the elf.
Yeah. You fucking pointy ears lover. Whoa.
Hey.
Moving on.
Only elves can say that, bro.
Hey, you know me, I'm half elf. Check my 23andMe, brother.
You really look more half dwarf.
I got half Lothlorien up in
You
this
got the
bitch.
height for it.
Damn, that's fucked up. Says the one who's shorter.
I'm pretty tall.
You're short as fuck. You your dainty ass little feet. Shut the fuck
My
up.
feet are normal.
200 Patreon subs. We post Max's left
No.
foot. Left foot. Just one.
No.
Just one foot.
I'm wearing shoes.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we didn't specify shoes on or off.
You
so-
said foot.
Yeah, foot can imply a shoe on or off.
God, this episode's
It's
a
ambiguous.
mess.
It's a Max moment. Who fucking knows? Hell yeah. Brought to you by Beer.
Modeller.
No, we don't give free advertising. How dare you?
But it's America's most popular beer.
Wow. Hey, guess what?
What?
I hated every moment.
Welcome back to Witches and Wizards ASMR.
That's so incredibly cursed. Echo on the fucking sip is crazy.
I almost spit
Oh
my
my
beer
god, beer
out.
just came out of Max's nose. Like, that's just crazy. All right, Max, what the fuck are we actually talking about today, bro?
We're gonna just talk about Dungeons and Dragons monsters we like
Dungeons
today.
and Dragons!
We're super original like that.
Let's fucking go. Okay,
All right,
what
since-
specifically?
The ones we like. I don't know.
Monsters?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, since I had my moment, I guess you can talk about one or two of yours first, maybe.
Whoa, how considerate of you, honestly. Well, I'm gonna pull out some fucking like cool ones. I really like. I'll start off easy. I'll ease us in. I really like trolls.
Trolls are cool.
Trolls in Dungeons and Dragons specifically, because of their regeneration factor.
Mhm.
I fucking love trolls. I feel like trolls aren't done well in other high fantasy games because they really don't do the regeneration well. Like the only one that kind of gets it is Skyrim.
I really like the trolls in The Witcher. They're so cute.
Yeah, they are cute.
I love
They're
them.
cute, but like, yeah, trolls are dumb, but they also should be
You know what?
malicious
Whenever
and eat
you
people.
talk,
And
I see like the rock trolls from The
Wow.
Witcher. That's like how
Wow.
you sound to me.
wow, that's so nice of you. Yeah.
Me, Caleb. Me
Mm.
paint miniatures.
Ooh. God damn it. I love trolls. If you've ever read the R.A. Salvatore novels, like the Dritz novels, there's this whole sequence where Dritz Duerden, this like this drow elf ranger and a dwarf and a human barbarian have to like trek through this swamp to get somewhere because they're like running out of time, and they move through the swamp, and this swamp is literally like infested with trolls, and they just like fight trolls off for like 24 hours straight. It's fucking crazy.
That is crazy.
And they're like lopping off troll limbs, and the limbs grow back, and like if you cut a troll in half, that all that does is make 2 trolls.
How
Like
fast are we talking regeneration? Like
ow-
immediate, like
like
or like Deadpool with
not
like baby legs.
not like anime regeneration, but like an hour.
Okay.
You know, like it's not crazy. Like if you get cut in half, like, but just an arm, like 10 minutes probably. Trolls like will literally eat their own like limbs because they'll just grow back. Trolls are nuts. I love trolls in D&D.
Guess I'll go next.
Yeah.
hitting you with a rhyme. I like gnolls. I was introduced to them via Baldur's Gate. Also, I'm not as deep into D&D lore as Caleb is. I play it with my family very loosely, and I actually learned a lot more about D&D through Baldur's Gate, especially with like the gameplay and stuff.
Yeah.
And I got introduced to gnolls via Baldur's Gate, and I also cried a little bit having to kill the hyenas because they were so sad. But gnolls are cool, like these cool like hyena humanoid things that are like, you wouldn't call him a berserker, would you?
No. Like, what do you mean? Like, elaborate. A
Like
berserker.
like big, strong, big fighty, all rage,
Yeah.
animalistic.
Yeah. So, what else do you know about gnolls?
Not much. I just think they look really cool.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, the hyena aesthetic is cool.
I love
Yanagu,
hyenas.
the
Hyenas are
de-
some of my favorite animals, even though they're fucking freaks.
Yeah. So no, at least in Faerun, I'll speak to Faerun because that's the like
Yeah.
default D&D setting. Faerun or Forgotten Realms by Ed
Mhm.
Greenwood. Shout out Ed Greenwood. If you want to laugh, look at Ed Greenwood's Twitter. It's fucking insane. But anyways, um gnolls like are the manifestation and worshippers of the demon lord of hunger, Yinagu.
Mhm.
And I'm probably saying that wrong because that name is spelled crazy. It's like Yeenghoou something. And so the first time you encounter gnolls in Baldur's Gate 3 on that bridge where they're like
Like not very far
where
from your first camp.
yeah, not very
Like you
far
can
from
run
the
into
not very far from the goblin village. One of the gnolls has like a flail on them that's
Mhm.
like a hunger flail kind of
Yeah.
thing. That's a nod to Yanagu because like the
Okay.
hunger of Yanagu is like the power, if
And
that makes
hyenas are
sense.
like scavengers and stuff.
Yeah, they're always eating, always. The gnolls specifically, at least in Faerun. All right, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay, another deep cutter. I really like Zorn. Have you ever heard of a Zorn before?
Like the band.
XORN, Zorn. Like the band?
You know,
No.
freak on a leash.
Oh, corn?
Twist.
Okay, bad joke. Boo, -2. No, Zorn. So Zorn are really cool. You should Google what they look like.
My phone is charging because my phone
Oh,
is always
wow.
dying.
The worst. What a great podcast setup we have. I'm so
I
hyped.
imagine it looks great.
So
It's not like we don't have a computer right there.
it's like a giant beast that has it has a huge torso and arms and legs, but like four arms, and it has no neck or head. Its torso, the top of his torso is the head, if that makes sense, like where the shoulders are.
Is it kind of like an anthropophagus?
I don't know what that is.
It's a fictitious monster that has no head or neck. It's got eyes and a mouth. Eyes in the shoulders, mouth in the gut.
Sort of like that, except the eyes are like here on the shoulders and the mouth opens up like this. It
Okay.
splits the torso. But the whole thing what a Zorn does is they live specifically in the Underdark most of the time or on the elemental plane of Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And their whole thing is they eat precious minerals. That's like their sustenance.
Okay.
And so when a Zorn appears, it can tunnel super fast and it can sense like gemstones, precious metals and minerals and things like that. And it is hungry. They're trying to eat. That's how they live.
Yeah.
So if you're attacked by a Zorn, typically it's trying to eat like the gold you have or the
like your
valuables you
armor
have.
and stuff.
Yeah. But like more rare. Like it's not going after steel. It's going after like
Yeah.
gold and like jade and diamonds and crystals and that kind of thing. But they're really cool monsters, and if you feed them enough like treasure
Mhm.
often enough, they will be your friend.
Oh, kind of like
Like,
Gale.
Yeah, for sure. They're not like crazy impossible to deal with or whatever. And a cool thing about Zorns is a lot of the times deep gnomes, from like
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate, the dark-skinned
Mhm.
gnomes, follow around Zoran's
I assume to
tunneling
pick up what they left behind.
exactly to pick up what they left behind. So I think Zorns are really cool monsters, and it's a fun monster that can like throw a curveball at players and like eat all their valuables, and then they have to
Yeah.
restart. It's
They
really fun.
sound like the creatures in this book. I think they're also like mythological creatures outside of this book. I read it in middle school, but it holds up really well as like an adult novel as well. I still read it like once or twice a year because it's a great book. It's called The Monstrumologist.
Hmm.
I cannot remember the name of the author. I'm so sorry. But the main creatures in his first book are anthropophagi. They headless necklace, eyes in the shoulders, mouth like in the torso. Except they eat people
Hmm.
and like they get around. They don't like being seen. Like they're very reclusive because people kill them because they eat people. Whatever. But they get around by tunneling and stuff
Yeah,
like
that
that.
sounds very Zorn coded.
Yeah.
Like extremely Zorn coded. Just like a Zorn will probably eat somebody if they are wearing like
Yeah.
gold.
Yeah, no,
But they're
anthropophagi's like
eating it.
main source of
Yeah,
food is
no.
people.
Yeah,
It's a
no.
great book. You should try it.
Okay, for sure. All right. What's your next one?
I'm probably gonna mispronounce this one. The Tarrasque.
No, yeah, you pronounce that right.
Okay, cool. Again, don't know too much about it. I love the design. It's awesome. I did read about it while I was like researching because I remember I was looking at it at work and I remember having liked the design before, so I read about it. And I think the thing about its three-chambered stomach is really cool. Like one has the burning and churning spikes, another one has like acid. And then I didn't know how to describe it over the podcast. I just described the other stomach as the horror that just like takes you out of existence.
Yeah, it's a good time.
I
Tarrasques are cool. I
I
love
like the
that they're
idea
like
of that whenever they're
huge.
defeated, they don't die. They just kind of burrow and go back to slumbering until they feel better.
Yeah, yeah,
You
like
know,
killing
10,000 years later.
a Tarrasque, good luck. But
Yeah.
defeating one, yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, they're crazy. Like they'll level a whole city in
Yeah,
an
exactly.
afternoon. Like they don't
And
care.
like they don't want to fight. They just want to fuck shit up
Yeah, I feel like fighting
because fighting is such a non-issue for them normally.
fighting a Tarrasque is more like fighting a tornado. You're
Yeah,
not really fighting it. You're like
trying to
just
stop it.
around it, and the things around it crumble.
Mhm.
But you're not gonna stop it from crumbling everything around you.
Mhm.
It's just
It
limiting
like a
it.
tornado, it goes away whenever it's done, basically.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But yeah, I like Tarrasques a lot. I really like their spell like resistance that they
Mhm.
have. You know about that?
I didn't read much about that.
So
Work was
basically, they
busy.
have this ability. They've typically always had this ability in each edition that they've been in to where certain level of spells cast on them just don't work.
Like low level.
Like it needs to be 5th level or above to even touch a Tarrasque.
Mhm.
If you cast anything lower than a 5th level on a Tarrasque, it just bounces off. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter at all, which is so funny. It's great. I love that shit so much.
Mhm.
But yeah, they're cool. They're good monsters.
Yeah.
Okay, so my next one, I'm an Underdark lover, what you could say. Uh, my next favorite is a Roper. Have you ever heard of a Roper?
Roper. I
Roper.
barely know her.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna do that. But Ropers are really cool, actually. I like them a lot for random encounters, especially in caves and caverns and the
Mhm.
Underdark. Basically, they look like a stalactite,
Okay, yeah.
and then when you walk under them, their tongue comes down and wraps around you and yoinks you back up.
Ew.
Yeah, it's fucking gnarly. And they eat you.
Ew.
They eat you like that. They like munch on you slowly. And they can move slowly. They can like crawl on the tops of the cavern ceilings. And they're ambush predators.
Mhm.
Typically they are also what is the word?
Cool.
No. There's ropers, and there's another monster that's pretty similar to roper.
Is it the stalagmite version?
No.
Do you know the difference between a
Yes, I
stalactite and a
do.
stalagmite?
No.
Eagle
Yeah,
Scout over here.
I know the difference. I'm saying that's not what I'm talking
Fun
about.
fact: Caleb's an Eagle Scout,
Yeah. Um.
which isn't that like hard to do?
Yeah, It's hard to do. You have to just commit. Anyways,
Isn't there only like 1,000 of them or something?
no. Fuck, I can't remember, but basically it's the same thing where it's like a manta ray that lays on the top of a
Oh, like a
cavern.
flounder.
Sure.
Like,
Not
does it
really.
disguise itself as the ceiling?
Yeah, so it's like
Like
a
a
mantis.
flounder.
Sure, except what it does is it's on the top of a cavern, and when it sees you, it falls on you and suffocates you and eats you.
Mm-hmm.
So not like a flounder at all. More like a manta ray, because that's what they look like, because they'll glide through the air onto your face. They're like a face hugger. It's pretty cool. Basically, their whole thing is they suffocate you to
Mm-hmm.
death and then they eat you. Where the roper, they like will constrict you with their tongue and then they like just keep biting you. And their tongue is like super sticky, like crazy sticky. And they're really hard to fight because they're like fucking 60 feet up, like, not a lot I was gonna do. You can't just like hit them, you know. Hard.
Arrows, spells, etc.
Yeah, it needs to be ranged. So like, you pick up the mage who wasn't paying attention or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, and yoink. Yeah, it's fun. Okay.
This one's basic. In fact, like me and Caleb compared notes before this, and he's like, "Oh, well, yours are so basic." Me, basic.
They're very popular. I will say that.
They're popular for a reason. They're cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I love mimics. I love the idea. I even like the classic, like, "Oh, I found a treasure chest. Oh no, the treasure's eating me." Like, it's great. I also love like the potential that mimics have. Like, it's not just treasure chests. Like, there's a lot of mod in Lethal Company where there's a fake fire exit, but if you open it, it's a mimic and just fucking eats you and you're done. Could do that with like with a door and like a vacant building or something. I don't like the way you're looking at me right now.
I'm just listening to you talk.
I saw an idea on Tumblr like last year of like a small mimic that's very sneaky and clever, like an amulet or like a gold cap tooth that somebody wants to keep as a trinket or something. And hilarity can ensue from that. It's very creative. They're very cool. I love sneaky shit.
One of my favorite mimics, a gold coin.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fucked. Yeah. Give a beggar a gold coin, and you're like, God, what? Wait, he's dead? Like, yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, I saw a thing on Tumblr that was a chair mimic, but the guy who owns the tavern that the chair resides in, like the guy who owns the tavern's like super chill, so the mimic just kind of hangs out. But then one night, a bunch of robbers come in to burgle the tavern,
Yeah.
and then the next day, the owner of the tavern comes in, and there's just blood everywhere, but no bodies, and the place is torn up except for the chair.
The owner's just like, damn, that's crazy. I didn't
I'm
see
gonna clean this
shit.
shit up.
Matter of fact, I'm blind and left eye. Matter of fact, I can't see it in my right eye. Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, mimics are sick. Next one up. Yeah, I'm noticing now that my list is very underdark coded, and I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I love a good black ooze. Do you know what a black ooze
It
is?
sounds self-explanatory.
So, yes, it is an ooze that is black, also commonly referred to a black pudding. And basically, it is an ooze that when it comes into contact with inorganic material, it dissolves it.
Mm-hmm.
So, black oozes typically in older Dungeons and
It
Dragons.
sounds like it's in the same family as like a gelatinous cube.
Yeah, that's also an ooze.
Is there
But
gelatinous? Are there gelatinous cubes in Baldur's Gate?
I don't know. I haven't gone that far. But um what am I saying? Black oozes, they so like how a gelatinous cube will break down organic material?
Mm-hmm.
Black oozes are the opposite. They break down inorganic material, wood, metal, like that kind of thing. So not stone though, which
I was gonna say it doesn't just fall
I
through the
mean, I'm
ground.
sure it would eat through stone very, very slowly. But I love it because whenever a black ooze successfully hits you, it reduces your armor class by 1,
Mhm.
or the like bonus of your armor that you are
Right.
wearing by 1, especially if it's metal armor or wooden armor.
Mhm.
Why would you be wearing wooden armor? I don't know, but it's part of
Minecraft.
it. You
My
can't
God,
have you
imagine a
can't have wood
Minecraft style
armor.
like homebrew.
Boo.
What?
No,
What do you mean no?
no, that wouldn't work at all. You
Be a
can
good way to
already
get kids into
everything you can
D&D.
do in Minecraft, you can already do in Dungeons and Dragons. You don't need
You're
Minecraft
no fun.
stuff. They already did a Dungeons and Dragons crossover with Minecraft in Minecraft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the dungeon crawler.
No, they did. They literally did D&D Minecraft. It's in
Hmm.
the Bedrock edition. I'm serious. What else? But yeah, I like black oozes because they're really annoying to fight and they're fun to throw at your players as a DM because you're like, haha, the armor you had? No, you don't. It's a good time. Because if
What
it
damage is it?
acid damage, so if it reduces the bonus of your AC, like each armor piece, if it reduces the amount your AC to 10, that means your armor is broken beyond
Mhm.
repair, which is hilarious.
And then you're naked.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, which sucks. Not a good time. They'll also hurt your weapons too. Non-magical
Oh,
weapons.
yeah.
Yeah. It's not fun. They are not fun to deal with at
Yeah.
all. It's a good time.
God, imagine nobody has like Eldritch Blast or some sort of a like acid-based attack.
Yeah.
Is Eldritch Blast actually like plague-based?
No.
What is that?
Force. It's force damage.
Ah, okay.
It's literally a blast. Like,
Okay, I've
bam.
got my Lae'zel as a Eldritch Knight right now on Baldur's Gate.
Oh, interesting. Okay. That's cool. What's your next one, Max?
Owlbears, no notes. I
Owlbears.
love them. They're so cute.
They are cool.
I love owls. Owls are some of my favorite birds. I'm a little bit afraid of bears.
No
I like
way.
them from a distance, but I'm not going camping further west than where I'm at because I do not want to die by a bear. They don't kill you to death before they start eating you. They kill you by eating you.
Yeah.
No.
They got to
I've
keep
seen
it
The
fresh.
Revenant. That does not look like a fun time.
Eat fresh. It's a good time.
Okay, Jared.
Damn, that's fucked up actually. Yeah, owlbears are sick. So in Baldur's Gate, did you kill the mom owlbear or what?
I didn't find the owlbear.
Are you for real?
I think by the time I found where it spawned, they were just gone. Or maybe I was too early or something.
No, that's not how that works. You'll just find them.
I never
Maybe
ran
you
into
beat
them.
Act 1 and you just didn't find them.
Maybe.
Okay.
I did find Scratch.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, yeah. Okay.
I've got my ranger build with talk to animals, and Scratch is like the kindest soul.
That's
I love
cute.
Scratch.
Love
I
a
can't
good
believe people
Scratch.
bring him into battle. You got to protect that boy. He can die.
Yeah, but you can revive him.
You can, but no, I'm not bringing. He is the camp secretary / mascot.
Fair. That's fair.
He is my boy. He is my good time boy, my sweet cheese.
Okay, my next one, I'm keeping with my Underdark theme for right now. I really, really mess with Mind Flayers heavy. I've always liked Mind
They're
Flayers.
cool.
I know. Baldur's Gate 3 being Mind Flayer centric was like awesome to me. That
Yeah, you
opening,
were stoked about
that
that.
intro sequence,
First
dude,
of all,
where
amazingly animated.
with the illithid where they'll put the tadpole in your
The
eye. You know what I'm talking about? I
I know.
remember the trailer for Baldur's Gate 3 dropping, like an early access
Mhm.
trailer, and I was showing Naomi the like opening sequence with the
The
and it
eyeballs.
goes through
Fun
your eyeball.
fact.
So awesome, dude.
Fun fact. I'm not squeamish by any means, but there's two things that I hate. I hate watching bones get broken, and I cannot stand violence towards eyeballs.
Hell yeah.
It makes me want to rip my skin off. It is so bad. I
Like the
cannot do
Final
it.
Destination LASIK surgery scene.
Or like John Wick Parabellum or 3,
yeah.
whenever he like slowly
Yeah.
does the pencil.
To the eye, yeah. Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Or that movie that was on Netflix forever, Would You Rather, where he had to cut his own eyeball with a razor.
I didn't see that one.
No.
I didn't see that one.
No.
That sounds awful though.
Brightburn, whenever the lady gets like the shard of glass like flung into her eye. No. And she's like looking around and you can see it going also. I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh, I hate it.
Good to know.
I hate it.
Good to know. I'm writing this down for our next D&D game.
That's not so bad. It's seeing it.
Right, for sure. So good. But yeah, I love mind flayers. I've always loved the concept of a mind flayer. The first time I got to see mind flayers used well was like season 1, campaign 1 of Vox Machina, like Critical Role.
Before the show.
What do you mean?
Before the Vox Machina show.
Oh, the animated show?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, like way before that. Just the
Should
actual
I watch that?
The animated show?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would like it. It's really good. But what am I saying here? Oh, they Matt Mercer used mind flayers really well in that first campaign.
Let's try to get Matt Mercer on the pod.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I would pass away.
I would also pass away. You like him because of D&D. I like him because of anime. So we would both be on the ground, Peter Griffin pose, dead.
We'd be the Wayne's World. We are not worthy. We are not worthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. No. But yeah, good times. I love mind flayers. I love that they can just levitate. I love their psionic abilities, and mind control is so fun. The fact that they can just eat someone's brain out like that and and instantly kill you. Instantly kill a character. You know how many characters I've killed with mind flayers? Quite a few.
Yeah.
Because people don't take them seriously. Especially back before Baldur's Gate 3. They'd be
I think Baldur's Gate 3 did a really good job.
Oh yeah, they did an amazing job. They did super justice to mind flayers and the elder brains and the intellect devourers.
And can we also talk about how gorgeously animated the opening sequence was?
Yeah.
Beautiful, amazing.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. So good. But yeah, mind flayers, and the fact that they just turn people into mind flayers, wonderful. Really cool concept. It's like a vampire almost, but like a hive mind. It's
hive
really
mind
cool.
Psychic.
Really cool. Yeah, they're so lit. Illithids.
I wasn't familiar with them. I was like, is this supposed to be a Cthulhu thing?
Yeah, sorta. It's an OG like Dungeons and Dragons like original concept, but it's like a smorgasbord of different different monsters.
Guess it's my turn.
Yeah.
I really like doppelgangers. I'm more familiar with them through The Witcher. I wish you could play as like a doppelganger in a campaign. Maybe you can.
You can.
Okay. I think
it's just called a changeling. You're not a doppelganger.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Changelings, like
the verbiage for them is also interchangeable in The Witcher.
The difference between a changeling and a doppelganger in Dungeons and Dragons is a doppelganger can literally copy anything.
And then a changeling could just be like
other monsters and stuff. Like they could completely, and whenever they
is a changeling just like humanoid?
And whenever they copy something, they gain all of the abilities and memories of the thing they copy. Doppelgangers are a perfect recreation.
That's cool.
Changelings can just change how they look. That's it.
Okay, like
and there's a limit to it. They don't gain the abilities of what they change into.
God, like that one guy, he's got the scar on his eye. In The Witcher. He's got a cute name.
No, yeah, that's a doppelganger.
He is?
But that's a Witcher doppelganger.
Yeah, which is similar to a changeing in D&D. What is his name?
Kind of. I don't know, but
it's like Bunny or something.
But he makes a copy of Little not Little Richard. What's his name? The gang lord.
Yeah. I can't remember his name, but I know you're talking.
The guy is literally like the worst guy ever, and you're gonna kill him, and then he's like, "Wait! I'm a doppelganger. It's not me." And you're like, "Oh, yeah, it's so funny." But yeah, good times. Love Witcher 3.
What was his name?
I forget, but yeah,
Junior. His name is Junior.
Junior, that's right. Horson Jr.
Yeah, Horson
Horson
Jr.
Jr. Yeah, fuck Horson Jr.
God, I was so
Literally the worst, most
I
hateable
felt
character.
high killing him.
Yeah,
It was so gratifying.
yeah.
Also, I was Snapchatting Caleb during
He's
that
such a
scene
piece of shit.
whenever Geralt was pissed, I was crawling up the walls. Geralt is such a babe.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
It was the typical, like, the man, like, you hurt the one I love. And I was like, he hurt the one he loves. I love it. Swooning.
Yeah, for real. My next one is Cadaver Collectors.
I've heard of that. I don't know what they
So
are.
a cadaver collector, I believe the original setting they stem from was Eberron, which is a setting in Dungeons and Dragons.
No
I
way.
believe, I don't remember who exactly made it, but I know Jeremy Crawford is really into Eberron. But essentially, they are these giant war machines that go around battlefields and collect bodies, and they have spikes on their back, and so they'll grab dead bodies and put them on their back, and they bring them back.
Sounds efficient.
It's yeah, it's a lot of the times they're like rogue machines that are broken in their original programming.
So they just collect cadavers.
So they just collect cadavers. That's their whole thing. And now they're no longer serving an army or a general.
Yeah.
So now they're looking for cadavers to collect. And oh, that's a body. It's like, but they can't tell if it's alive or dead. They're just a
Gotcha.
mindless machine.
Knowing you
collecting
probably
bodies.
also like the general design
Love them.
interpretations of them.
I love
It probably
dude,
looks like
yeah.
some Warhammer stuff.
Dude, cadaver collectors go hard as fuck. Like they are really cool. The art for them is awesome.
Like just knowing Caleb as well as I do, I can probably envision it very well.
I need to paint one. That would be really fun, honestly.
If I get into Trench Crusade, can I pay you to print me some minis?
You won't have to pay me, but yeah.
Can I try to paint them?
Yeah?
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. I'm holding you to that. All right, what's your next one?
Displacer Beasts.
Hell yeah.
Don't have too much to say about it.
Love
I
a
think it'd be really
Displacer
cool to
Beast.
have one as a companion, as a druid or something.
Yeah.
Um,
Good luck doing
those-
that, but yeah.
if you raise one from a child,
That's like raising a tiger
the
from a
5e
child.
website said so.
Yeah, you can. You can if you're really good, but good luck.
But
Dude.
yeah, it's a big panther with 6 legs, 3 tails. Love it.
Yeah, if panthers weren't already terrifying enough, imagine one
Love
that
panthers. They're so pretty.
imagine one that can teleport.
I love an apex predator.
Short distances, sure, but still, pretty fucking terrifying. I love the display. Did you ever watch the new Dungeons and Dragons movie? Honor
I
Among
need to.
Thieves?
Didn't you go see it in
Oh, yeah.
theaters 6 times?
I saw it a couple of times, not 6 times. I saw it like
Oh, you saw Dune
twice.
2 6 times.
I saw Dune 2 in 4 times, to be honest with you.
Insane.
But
Dune 1's better.
You're crazy for that. What's it called?
I think the
I love that
sandworm writing kind of ruined the magic for me.
They portray the Displacer Beasts really well in that movie and how scary they are. And the CGI really holds up.
We should watch that soon.
That'd be good. Yeah, I'd watch that. Okay, my next one is also in the D&D movie, Gelatinous Cubes. I love a good old gelatinous cube.
Oh, it was in Onward too. You know that Disney Pixar movie?
Yeah.
By the way, great movie. I love that movie.
It's a good time.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Cried at the end, but I cry watching everything just like my dad.
Loser.
Anytime me and my dad watch a movie, either we're both crying or we have to stop watching because there's a gratuitous adult scene. We have this curse where me and my dad have this curse where anything we try to watch, there's something horrible and adult happening. Like we tried to put on an innocent seeming episode of Love, Death, and Robots. It was the one where what if there were different endings to Adolf Hitler? And then 3 minutes in, he's in an orgy with a bunch of prostitutes, and we were like, my God.
Love that for you.
My dad tried to get me to watch Altered Carbon with him until he got 2 episodes in. He's like, we're not watching it.
Yeah. Good times.
The first episode he showed me of The Boys. How far into it are you?
Not far.
Oh, you're not in season. Have you met Stormfront?
Yeah, barely.
Okay. There's There's a scene with Stormfront that is fucking insane, and my dad hadn't seen it. He's like, "Here, come try this episode with me. You'll like this show." And then, like, 10 minutes later, like, one of Stormfront's craziest moments. It was oh my god.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, The Boys is not a show I would want to watch with my parents, like, at
No.
all. I
No.
barely want to watch that show
I'll
by
discuss it
myself.
with my parents.
Yeah, no, I'm good. But yeah, gelatinous cubes, I like them. They are fun. They are a good problem to throw in front of
Mhm.
players, especially in a dungeon.
They're frustratingly simple.
Yeah, they're frustratingly simple, but also at the same time, you can reward your players for being very creative, which I like. Also, it's a good way to give your players new magic items
Have you had an
because
instance where your players have overcome a gelatinous cube in an insanely creative way?
oh yeah, for sure. Um, I had one of the earlier parties I was DMing for a um a there was a druid character, and the druid character cast shaped stone and shaped out a perfect cube pit for the gelatinous cube, like 100 yards down the hallway kind of
Hmm.
deal, and they just kited it, waited for it to into the
Okay, so it
cube.
can't escape.
Well, I'm not done. And then
Sorry.
he cast stone wall over the top. So he just encased it
That's
in a
really smart.
perfect cube. He just went. I mean, it wasted 2 spell slots, but like that's
It's
worth
not a waste. It got
right.
the job
Exactly.
done.
Yeah, exactly. It used 2 spell slots of a druid character, high spell slots too. I think it was like
A druid is
it
the
was like
last, like one of the last classes I would expect to accomplish that.
oh, they're like really good at like nature magic. So that's
I know.
kind
I
of
played a druid.
their bag. That's kind of their whole bag.
My first character in my first campaign was a
Yeah.
druid.
Yeah, you get like shaped stone and
Yeah.
stone shape and
It was
rock
with my
wall.
family. We
Yeah,
don't
it's
read the books.
yeah,
We
you
just
don't do
do
that.
it.
But yeah, that was a really creative thing that somebody got. But I also like gelatinous cubes because like if they end up just fighting it, it's a really good way to give your players items
Because
because
they just have them in there.
exactly you're like, oh yeah, there's a skeleton. On the skeleton is a ring, and they also were holding a sword, and they were wearing chainmail that isn't
Mhm.
eaten away. And they're like, "Oh, what is this?" You know,
Right.
it's a great way of giving items, and it like makes sense. It's
Mhm.
not like, "Oh, yes, you open a chest, and the item specifically good for your character is just in the chest." Da, 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 you know,
Right.
it's fun, and also you can be like,
I thought about putting
"It's
that
a
on my list, but I
skeleton."
figured you may cover it.
Yeah, it's similar in popularity to like
Mhm.
Displacer Beast. So,
Mhm.
all right, you got a couple more.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4 more.
All right, let's go. Give me 2 of them.
I like the Dracolich. I don't know much about it, but the design is awesome. Skeleton
cool.
dragon, I'm sold.
Very cool. Draco liches are sick. It's basically just a lich, but a dragon.
Yeah, my notes literally say skeleton dragon lich equals hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Yep. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Uh,
No notes.
I really like giants, fire and storm giants specifically, but all the giants are cool in my opinion.
Right.
I think they're really fun to use because you can really freak out your players with them with like
Mhm.
how massive they are, because they're like 20 to 25 feet tall, most of them,
Mhm.
which is like
Tall.
like a Titan, like Attack on Titan
Mhm.
level
Well,
tall.
well,
Not the like crazy
that's opening a can of
ridiculous,
worms because there's a lot of
not the like
different
crazy
Titan
ridiculous
sizes.
like 500-foot tall one,
The
but
Rod Reese Titan Act. I've actually had nightmares about that one.
I don't know what that is, but yeah.
It's terrifying.
But yeah, they're really cool. I like giants a lot, and the whole ordaining thing lore with them is fun. They're just interesting. I like them a
Mhm.
lot. All right, rapid fire. Let's get yours. We're almost at an hour.
Really?
Yeah, we're at
I
like
thought we were
50.
at like 40 minutes.
No.
Tiamat. My notes say duh, all caps. Love her, parentheses, Women's History Month.
The Dragon Queen. That's fair. I wouldn't consider Tiamat
Oh no,
a
I lost the
monster
headphone.
because she's
Chat,
she's
I lost a
literally
headphone.
she's literally the god of like
Yeah.
chromatic dragons. So I
But it's
wouldn't
so
consider.
cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't call her a monster though.
Like my dad's incorporated Tiamat as a recurring character.
Yeah, as
We
he
were
should.
working for her at some point.
Yeah, she's dope.
And
She's
plus,
the
like,
coolest.
multi-headed dragon, like, equals hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
What about you? Or are you out?
That's about it. I'm out.
I love succubi.
Shocker.
Incubi are cool too, but I relate more to not relate. Hold on. Pause.
Whoa, self-report. It's crazy.
No slip of the tongue. Freudian slip.
Right, for sure. Slipping something. Damn, that's crazy.
They're
All right,
cool.
next
I like
one.
the design. Last one, classic. I don't know why I'm holding a remote. Me and Caleb can both agree. Beholders are fucking awesome.
Yeah, shout out our thumbnail on YouTube. Beholder, so lit. Love that.
I'm considering redrawing that, but to be good.
What do you mean? It's great.
Better though, like shading and details.
I feel like
and...
but the character of it is like in
Yeah.
the shittiness of the like how quickly you did it. Not that it is.
I think
shitty.
I busted that out in like 3 minutes.
Not even. Yeah, you were. I was like, draw this, and you were like, okay, yeah. It was great.
And then, like, as an afterthought, I yassified the beholder with like the little like Photoshop nails in the
acrylic nails.
lips.
So funny.
And then,
horrible.
have I told the story about the zombie beholder in our campaign
No, I
on
don't
this
think you have.
podcast?
I don't think you
You
have.
know this story. You weren't there for it, but you know it because it was funny.
Yeah.
So, as you guys know, me and my family do not take our campaign too seriously. And since we have a 12-year-old playing with us, I think my brother must have been like 9 or 10 at this point. We
Yeah.
do like pop culture crossovers, so that way it'll kind of keep him a little more engaged. And this one, especially to piss off our monk, because this guy hates Scooby-Doo. It was a Scooby-Doo murder mystery D&D camp, like what's the word? It's not campaign.
Session.
Yeah.
One shot.
Yeah.
Well, not really one shot.
And like
'cause they're
Fred
episodic.
was, I think, an artificer or something because he liked building the traps. Daphne was a monk. Velma was a sorcerer. Shaggy was a mage.
Mhm.
And Scooby was a dire wolf of some sort, or a gnoll. He was a gnoll.
Yeah, because he's always hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we go about, we do the murder mystery, and turns out the bad guy is Scrappy Doo. He actually ended up being the BBEG of that campaign, like the whole campaign before where you came in.
I remember.
It was great.
We fought Scrappy Doo to death.
He's a necromancer.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And that's the idea. That's how my brother got the idea to be a necromancer as his next character, because I think his died or something. But
Zombie beholder.
yeah, Scrappy Doo's resurrected a beholder, so it had a laser, and we're standing at the doorway of the beholder's cavern. So my character grabs Freddy, shoves him in the room, and closes the doors.
Horrible.
And then after the first laser's done and it's recharging, our monk uses his move to grab Daphne, open the door, throw her in, and shut the door back. And my dad got annoyed at this, so I think it had the beholder like disintegrate the door, so we had to do the fight. But it was so funny. It's less funny as I'm telling it now, but in the moment, all of us were nearly crying, laughing.
Yeah, it was so stupid.
There's also the time where our cook won a big battle with a beholder, and I think a halfling that had drank an invisibility potion. So the cook won by using his debuff that he had that gave him dysentery to throw poop at the invisible halfling.
Jesus Christ.
You missed
Your poor
it.
dad. Y'all put him through so much shit.
I think you were in the hospital whenever we
I
did
probably
that
was.
one.
Yeah, I probably was.
Or you were busy with something. I don't think that's whenever you were in the hospital.
Crazy.
There's another one where it was another murder mystery, but involved the band members of Van Halen.
Mm-hmm.
And the culprit was the Van Halen's maid. And earlier we had interrogated a bunch of carnies who were also lichens. And so she drinks Fenrir's tears once we find her out. And instead of fighting, our monk takes off running. And so we take off running and we keep on rolling good enough. And then we lead her into the lichen camp and they take care of her for us. My dad was actually really annoyed at it.
That's so good. But like, I mean, yeah. Yeah, y'all are gonna do crazy shit.
My dad's a very passive DM to where he'll let us do nearly anything if we roll good enough.
Yeah, but then he'll like fuck you over in other ways. It's a good time.
Usually with Bob.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. All right, well, that's all I had to talk about. I mean,
Yeah.
do you have any more?
No, you gotta go to Magic. You gotta bail
Hell
on me
yeah,
to go to
dude! I'm
Magic.
gonna go play Magic
Kid
the
over here plays
Gathering.
Magic.
Yeah, I'm cool like that. Shout out my Magic the Gathering nerds.
Yeah. All
Maybe
right,
that'll be an
Caleb, do you
episode.
have any statements to close out the episode since I've had a couple good ones the last couple weeks?
No, I don't think I do. But I'll see you next Tuesday.